when Salman sir's on set, you know he's on set. Like you will feel that he's on set. I think the aura he brings on set is something else. It's just that when Salman sir enters, you will want to stand up. By default. My mom to says when you get married also na, I'll call the boy here. There's no need to leave my house. जा रहना सामने रहना. एक दो बार बोल दिया था, you know, when I have my own house. And she's like, what does that mean? Explain what does when I have my own house mean? This is not your house.
Of course, you come with a surname which holds so much weightage, Dhawan family. But when did Anjani decided, the young Anjani, कि मुझे actor ही बनना है?
I started acting class when I was in school.
Wow.
Maybe like 10th, 11th, 12th grade के बीच somewhere I had started. हाँ.
And then this AD happened. Which film it was?
Coolie number 1.
घर का film, but easier said than done. Pressure ज़्यादा होता है.
I was only reporting to the first AD.
Okay.
मेरी David Chacha से बात भी नहीं होती थी as a director. Idea for debut was always my hair is flying and I'm making like an entry and the blowers on.
Your friends also are from the industry, which is but understood because you have grown up in the same scenario. Like, this can't exist. This
it doesn't. We have school friends, no? We were all in school together. So for them, for me, they'll always be my school friends.
Does that scare comes ever?
I think we're all each other's biggest cheerleaders. So yeah.
That's good.
And like on anyone's bad phase or bad time, we're all there to hold the other person and stand by it like a rock. So I don't think these things are even things we think of. Having said that, like I said earlier, the fate of a film is not in just an actor's hand. And having said that, when it comes to Sikandar, it's just my second film and I'm so grateful that I got the chance to work with Salman sir, with Murgadoz, who's such a fantastic director. So I just feel very grateful that I got to be a part of such a film.
Hi guys, this is Ankita Bhalla. You're tuned to Bollywood Bubble और आज अपनी gorgeous सी space में मुझे अंजनी ने invite किया है. अब वहाँ उनकी safe space क्यों है वो मुझे वो खुद बताएंगी. Hi Anjani, welcome to Bubble.
Thank you for having me.
Why this place should be called as your safe space? Start up.
Family is here. Mom, dad here. Brothers here. We live together. I don't live alone. And it's very cozy.
कभी ऐसा वो टीनेज रिबेल नहीं आया मुझे भी अकेले रहना है लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस करनी है?
होता रहता है, वो तो होता रहता है. एंड देन व्हेन आई थिंक कि कर लेती हूं एंड देन आई एम लाइक ओ शिट नो मैं तो इधर ही ठीक हूं.
मॉम डैड तो है
रियलिटी चेक आ जाता है ना जब लॉन्ग डे के बाद घर आओ एंड डिनर रेडी होता है एंड सब रेडी होता है
एंड क्लोथ्स आर फोल्ड
एवरीथिंग इज डन एंड देन यू डोंट हैव टू थिंक ऑफ इट. देन आई रियलाइज दैट नहीं यही ठीक है.
आई थिंक आई एनवी ऑल दीस चिल्ड्रन including you right now, if you're staying with your parents and in Bombay and you have the comfort of home.
Yeah, I agree. It is a big advantage.
But the reason to ask is, बहुत बारी parenting में parents also want kids to step out for a bit and stay alone so that they can understand the value of independence, finances, how to move around things. कभी ऐसा कुछ था mom dad की तरफ से कि एक reality check हम आपको दे रहे हैं?
Mine absolutely गलती से also don't want me to leave the house. My mom to says when you get married also na, I'll call the boy here. There's no need to leave my house. They are not interested in teaching me any of these things. They're like हमारे आँखों के सामने रहना बस, जा रहना सामने रहना. बहुत झगड़े हुए हैं. वो मैं एक दो बार बोल दिया था, you know, when I have my own house. And she's like, what does that mean? Explain what does when I have my own house mean? This is not your house. Offended. She gets offended.
I think I get it because when I tell my mother na, I stay alone. That आज मैंने अपने घर पे की क्या? What do you mean अपना घर?
Yeah.
You are staying on your own is different. अपना घर क्या होता है? Your house is where I stay.
Yeah. So that line comes. But when it comes to finances, that I manage on my own. No one helps me. My parents don't know how much money is in my bank account, where I've invested, what I've done. Zero idea.
So that's a conscious choice.
Yeah.
And
that's a conscious choice, and that's something they also like. Your money, na? You want to spend everything in one night, so then do it.
And then be responsible for it.
Then be responsible for it. ठीक है.
Don't tell us.
Yeah, they don't tell me oh किस चीज पे कितना खर्चा. Oh, you bought something like this. My dad says खत्म हो जाएगा तो ठीक है. फिर देखना.
Yeah, and then start again.
Yeah.
So how did you start it? I mean, of course you come with a surname which holds so much weightage, Dhawan family. But when did Anjani decided, the young Anjani, कि मुझे actor ही बनना है? But your journey was not a quintessential one. You never like started just, oh my god, we first saw Anjani with a debut film. You were doing so much content creation even before that.
Yeah. I think the thought and the idea came was from Dadi. So my Dadi Dada both are from FTI. and I used to always have her FTII notes, which is
Hmm.
something I took even before my first film. I took her FTII notes. She has saved it from when she was
Wow,
17
that
years
must be,
old.
oh my God,
A
like
lot of
some,
years.
yeah, some decades.
40, 50 years.
40, 50
हाँ,
years,
हाँ.
diary,
She has her
gold.
entire FTI का entire set of everything that she learned in those 1-2 years. So that's something I've used a lot. And when I was younger, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I used to live with her. And then Monday she used to drop me to school, and then my parents would pick me up.
Nice.
So in that, she used to have acting classes at home where she used to teach students. So all these 19, 20, 21-year-old kids used to come, and I used to be 4, 5, 6. So she used to
That's
put me into the scene.
fascinating.
आज एक student come आ गया, so she would say, Anjali, चलो go, be this one's sister, be this one's daughter.
Be
Go
the
and do.
filler.
हाँ, and she'll explain me ऐसा ऐसा करना है. And then I realized, wow, this is so the best thing ever. This is better than anything I've ever done in my life. I started enjoying that, and then when the classes used to not happen, and for some reason the students would cancel and say we're not showing up today, I used to be upset. I used to be like, नहीं आए, क्यों नहीं आए? बुलाओ तो. So I feel like that's where the interest came in.
Who did you walk up to and said that, in all seriousness, I want to act, like I really want to do this? Because like any other parents, every parent is overprotective. And they all know, as I said, from the film family, that Fridays can be brutal also, Fridays can be giving also. So who did you walk up to in your family and said, Ki, listen guys, I'm like serious, I want to be an actor?
I think the first person was my dad.
And his first reaction was?
Okay. He was just like, ठीक है. So will you assist on a full film? And if you still feel like you want to become an actor, then we'll talk.
And how old were you when you went up to him, like marched on?
Maybe 15, 16.
So like by 10th standard, you were very clear.
Haan, no, but I was clear even before. It's not like he didn't know. He always knew this is what I wanted to do. But that conversation, I said, listen, this is what I want to do. So he said, if you AD on a film and you survive till the end and you still feel like, okay, this is something I want to do, then we'll talk. उससे पहले तो बात करने का फायदा नहीं, because it's very easy to get up one day and say that, I want to be an actor. You don't know anything that goes behind wanting to become an actor and being on a film set, being in front of the camera. First experience that. Wake up every morning at 5 a.m, reach set, be there for 14-15 hours, and if you still like it, tab baat karna.
So dad gave you an option that, okay, be the AD and make way for it. Deep down, you were looking to go to an acting school somewhere, yeah?
That was always on.
That was all.
That was always on.
So then you first tell me how it started. Went to the acting school or started ADing? Give me a story. How it happened?
So I was going to acting class before I started ADing. I started acting class when I was in school.
Wow.
Maybe like 10th, 11th, 12th grade ke beach
Beach
somewhere
mein,
I
somewhere.
had started. हाँ. And I could only AD post 12th grade.
Of course.
उसके पहले तो time really नहीं मिलता है. 11th
You
class
have
is very
boards,
hard.
you have classes, everything.
So, but acting class I managed in that time because I would go to school, then I'd have my tuition, and on days that my tuition didn't happen, so on Sundays, Saturdays, after school I used to go and do my scenes with my acting sir, Ritesh sir.
Okay.
So
And-
that's something that went on even through school.
Oh,
Dance
nice.
class, acting class. This is something, as in when I would get time, I would have class.
And then this ADing happened. Which film it
After.
was?
Coolie number 1.
So how was it like first day on the sets? A, young Anjani is like, okay, I want to be an AD. And B, it's
Yeah.
a ghar ka film, but easier said than done. Pressure
Easier
zyada
said
hota
than-
hai.
Actually, it was like, I was only reporting to the first AD.
Okay.
मेरी David Chacha से बात भी नहीं होती थी as a director. It's not like I had to tell him nothing.
Nothing.
No, I was only with the ADs. I had my chief AD Harsh, who I would report to for everything. He would tell me what to do, and I had to report back only to him, nobody else.
How was it to be on set? What was the feeling like? Because stepping out of your room to the feeling of a real set would be
Different. Yeah, it was so exciting. I was so excited for the first 1 week, 1 month. Then the 5 a.m.s. I was like, oh shit.
ये करना
Aaj
पड़ेगा?
5 to 5. Kal 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I was like, night. That's when it started. Then realized. Then that's
then
when
the
the reality
papa's
check
words actually
that,
came in.
अच्छा, ऐसा भी होता है.
बीच में कभी ऐसा हुआ because it was new for you, of
Yeah.
course. एकदम से होता है ना overwhelming feeling आती है कि यार कैसे करेंगे, give up कर देते हैं. कभी ऐसा आया thought?
नहीं.
Nice.
Only maybe for a split second जब 5 बजे उठना होता था ना, then 5 o'clock you're like, one more minute, can I sleep 1 more minute? But other than that, no. Once
no.
I was on set, I was on set.
What was the biggest learning on a set?
I think how so many people are just on set wanting the same thing, working together. The vibe on set is only different. Everyone, like, I feel like especially on the set I worked on, everyone became friends. We all became like family. It was like one big family. And on the last day of shoot, I like cried. I was like, oh, it's over.
Oh.
It was that kind of feeling. It's I think a film set is the warmest, most collaborative space to be in.
And I think it's somewhere then cemented your idea that yes, the call I have made is right.
Yeah.
Then from Coolie #1 to Binny, how Anjani travelled?
See, also between Coolie #1 and Binny, there was also COVID.
That's what I'm saying ना.
Yeah.
वो survive कैसे किया?
वो सर्वाइव कैसे किया? बहुत सारा खाना खाया, बहुत सारा कुकिंग सीखा, पेंटिंग किया, ऑनलाइन बेली डांस सीखा, थोड़े से क्लासेस किए ऑनलाइन जितने भी हो सकते थे, लिमिटेड जितना भी हो सकता था, पर उससे ज्यादा ऑनेस्टली ट्रेनिंग वाइज रिस्ट्रिक्टेड था. But the minute we went back to normal, that's when it like resumed more full-fledged.
So how Binny happened?
Binny happened, basically I had gotten locked for a film and it didn't work out for whatever reason. And I was very, very, very upset. And then I got a call exactly 4-5 days after that for Binny. And they said, you know, there's the meeting here and come do the meeting and then audition and all of that. I went also, I was anyway so upset. I was like, I don't want to be disappointed again. And I'm like, you know, still in that upset phase because it was like locked and it didn't happen for whatever reason. And anyway, I went and I heard the script and I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. Nothing felt more relatable in terms of my personal life also. I've been very close to my grandparents.
Which I have figured out by now.
Yeah, like you see a photo of my nanny right there. Yeah. Even my phone wallpaper is me and my nana. I'm been very close to my grandparents. So this story just felt right. And I was like, you know, when they say that everything happens for a reason, I truly go by it. And I really believe in the fact that everything happens for a reason.
I think it's like your grandparents manifested something.
Manifested this for me because if the previous film had worked out, the shoot dates were so similar, I would have not been able to do Binny and Family for sure. And there's nothing else I'd want to debut with because I just feel like it felt right.
Was there a scare ever, Anjani, that I am picking a film purely on the merit of the role, the part? Of course, it got great critical appreciation to you. But as a kid who has grown up around, I would say, for you it's normal. All the friends you have, be it from Khushi to Shania, all the same age mates, that I am not doing a hair flipping, very... You know, Vadiyon mein dance numbers and all that.
But I'm fully like that as a person.
Yeah, that
I'm fully like that.
That तो we will explore अभी. But वो एक होता है कि मुझे quintessential debut, क्योंकि हमने एक image बना ली है quintessential debut की.
Correct.
वो कहीं एक बारी भी आया कि वैसा debut नहीं हो रहा, थोड़ा unsure, थोड़ा scare.
You know, हमेशा से वही चाहिए था. My idea for debut was always my hair is flying and I'm making like an entry and the blower's on.
Oh, very Shania from Soti.
Yeah, that's the idea. I think growing up, that was always my idea of how I wanted to debut until I heard the film. In that now, if I could go back in time, would I change it? Absolutely not. Wow. That's why it just felt very correct for me at that moment, in that time. And till today, I feel like that it's not a decision I would ever feel bad about. Like that's exactly how I wanted it to be because that story is something I feel very personally for.
But anyhow, the idea stays and there are opportunities always to do
at some point my hair will fly.
Yeah.
At some point my hair
will fly. We will do the Vadiya and the very beautiful saris and everything. We'll do the gig. That will happen. What beautiful happened with Binny, I remember when the trailer was launched. In fact, when the poster dropped, I'll start from there. And I read your name on it. I'm like, Anjani Dhawan. Okay. So how she related to Varun? I figured out. Of course, you read about it and stuff.
Yeah.
What really fascinated me was that there was no ho-halla about it. There was no pomp and show about you making your big ticket debut and everyone, you know, going gung-ho about it. It was like any other new debutant making the mark in the industry, trying to make their foray in.
Yeah.
I think, is it in your family like this that nobody, I think, of course, Varun was not launched by David Uncle for that matter. Neither were you. And I think Varun said on the trailer launch also, if they have this idea that family is going to launch the kids, it's not happening. Everyone does their own merit.
Own thing, yeah.
वो कभी था कि नहीं मुझे घर में ही launch होना है या जब launch हुए and then you saw this entire atmosphere that okay, there is an intrigue between people. They get to know me now for my work. How was it playing for you?
I think definitely it's special when people know you for something that you have done. It always it makes you feel special. It makes you feel like अच्छा चलो मैंने कुछ किया है. वो feeling तो हमेशा रहती है. Having said that, with my family, so it's always been very clear. किसी को नहीं किया.
किसी को भी नहीं.
नहीं, not Rohit भैया, not Varun भैया, not me. Even initially when my dad wanted to act, उनको भी नहीं. Not at all. The concept was only not there. It's like my dada always says that if you truly deserve if you really deserve something, you will 110% get it. And you'll get it on your own. And if you get it on your own, you'll feel 100 times better about yourself than someone getting it for you.
Because that's yours.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah. So it's that, and you know, he always tells me, if anyone believes it or not, if people even feel like, oh you know, you had it easy and किसी ने दे दिया, he's like, आपको खुद को तो पता है ना, when you walk somewhere and you enter an interview or you enter your film's trailer launch, you know in your heart that you have done this and how you've done this, it'll show on your face. So he's like, you don't have to bother about what anyone says and or doesn't say. If they want to think that you got the film very easily, ठीक है, you in your heart know, दिख जाएगा face पे. So that's something he always says. And you know, of getting something done yourself always feels special.
That is.
Yeah.
Was there a film of, because there is an impressive filmography in your own family, but was there anything in Varun's repertoire that stuck with you? Because when we grew up, of course,
Yeah.
we always have this, oh, you know, my cousin is in the film.
Yeah.
You know, like,
When
we are
Student
kids,
of
yeah,
the
we
Year
all do
released,
this.
I was
yeah.
like the coolest girl ever.
You were like, you know, I know
Yeah.
him,
I was like,
my family.
because that film was a craze in school. I think we were back in 7th grade. And when
yeah, I think everyone lost the plot, all of us.
Yeah. So we were though in 7th grade. I was in school when the film released, and I was like the coolest person ever because my brother was in Student of the Year.
So, guys, I can get you an autograph.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I was acting very cool about it.
But is there a film of his which, as an actor, you really think that is like something you would like to study, you would like to go back to, just purely as an actor, not as a star?
I think Badlapur is a movie I love.
I had the same film in mind.
And the song also, Jeena Jeena,
Jeena.
I love.
I think Badlapur actually put across Varun Dhawan as an actor forward, because before that he was this, you know, this loved,
Yeah.
fun, good-looking, dancing star kind of image, and then you see the actor in him.
Yeah.
That was like a game-changing for him.
Yeah, I loved the film. I think it's definitely one of his best films and one of my favorites of his. But also, I love Main Tera Hero, Humpty and Badri. These three are also
Humpty
top
Badri,
there
I
for
think,
me.
are like, I'm
They're
waiting
top
for if they
there
ever
for
do
me.
another trilogy to
Yeah.
it. Now, I think I'll be sold.
I think that's top there for me, for sure. I love those films.
Is there a film in his filmography, or David Chachas for that matter, which if you get a chance to ever get a recast, you'll pick? इतनी फिल्में हैं आपके आसपास, कुछ अगर ऐसा हो ना कि अरे मैं भी ये
मुझे
कर लूं।
पार्टनर बहुत पसंद है. And I want to be Bhaskar.
हम जेंडर रोज
I love.
कर पाएंगे यार।
Yeah, that's the only thing. But that character he's so funny. I think that's definitely one of my favorite characters.
And
is
if there is a
Bhaskar.
female character we have to put, like,
Okay.
realistically, what would that be?
I'm thinking of all the films I like. Yeah, again a Humpty Badri.
Hmm.
I think a Kavya part is really fun.
It's really
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
I think that suits the age, the fun, the love.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Alia was recently saying in an interview that I do miss my Humpty days, because you want to go back to the innocence of
Yeah. I love that character.
cute love
Yeah.
story. So love, can we say that love genre is the favorite top genres में से एक अभी for you?
Something in that space, or like even action I love.
Wow. Any
Yeah.
action film which has stuck in your mind, like some...
Kill Bill. Something like that. Very cool it'll be.
So you are the kind of person who will be willing to kick.
Yeah. More than excited.
More than excited.
More than excited.
Your friends also are from the industry, which is but understood because you have grown up in the same scenario. Like,
Yeah.
it's natural.
When
Before
we were
then-
friends, none of us were in the industry.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
It's not like a thing.
That's what I'm saying, that you people grew up because it was the same fraternity, same circle, and
Yeah.
you decided to become an actor. And that was my question. How was it? Imagine three friends, one fine day when they decide to confess to each other, we want to be an actor.
Always.
Always.
We would always talk about it. That, you know, one day we'll be in movies.
One.
Yeah.
So ऐसा होता था कि like जैसे हम भी friends ने हमने बहुत cosplay करा है. So Shania, you Khushi were always into this कि I'll play this part, I'll play that part. you know, you're enacting a scene. We have done all that.
Utna nahi, but we'd always like, if anyone found a good like teacher or a dance class or acting class, we'd message the other two.
Oh.
Okay, listen, have to try too good.
And I think that's what friends
Yeah,
are for,
that
like,
always, that's
uplifting.
till today. Till today.
क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पे it's so easily everyone dismisses ना that female friendships don't survive the heat of this Bollywood glam. Touchwood,
Touchwood नजर मत
touchwood.
लगा.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं. How you three hold each other? I always ask this. I remember I even spoke to Suhana about it for that matter. Somebody was asking her and she's like, वो different है. Even if like three of us, Suhana and the friends, we are like actors, that doesn't mean that this can't exist. This
it doesn't.
will.
We were school friends, no? We were all in school together. So for them, for me, they'll always be my school friends, my childhood school friends. So
And-
it doesn't matter only what you do.
So the success, failure will at some point ever hit you because it can be a possibility
Yeah.
that an X would be a better than Y and Y would be better
Yeah,
than Z.
correct.
Does that scare comes ever?
I think we're all each other's biggest cheerleaders.
God bless.
So yeah,
That's true.
And like on anyone's bad phase or bad time, we're all there to hold the other person and stand by it like a rock. So I don't think these things are even things we think of.
And I think that's how friendships survive because otherwise it's so, this industry is too consuming that you will
Also,
just.
also
wave
that,
over.
and also when you're school friends, then the equation is very different.
I
and
agree.
it stays different for life. It's not like we've become friends 2-3 years back and they're my friends
Yes.
who are also like in the same industry as me. And it's
And
not
then
like
the calculation never comes in school
No,
friends.
that's what.
I think one thing about school or maybe early college friends in life is
that. Yeah.
you don't calculate it.
No, it doesn't. So, and then it stays the same for life.
And there is no profit loss situation. You're always happy for them.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make people understand. You don't feel jealous, yeah.
Yeah, and
you
it's
feel
like that for
happy.
life. I think this kind of bond or this kind of friendship only is with your school friends. जिसके साथ आप बचपन से बड़े हुए हैं ना, it's different.
Well, Binny saw such a great critical appreciation from critics around, and I know it helps a lot. कहीं डर था कि you might also get a little what if they write you off? Was there a fear? Because I think that the trend which we have seen, and with due respect to all the critics and anyone who likes the films, I think Star Kids get a little too hard also.
Of course, that was a thought. That was definitely on my mind. कोई what if they don't like my performance and what if they think अरे हाँ इसको तो ऐसे ही movie मिल गई acting तो आती है नहीं. All these things were going on in
And
my
I
head.
think that is the reason they get more aggressive towards your
Yeah.
people craft is because they think you have all the how to put it, all the things at your low and
Disposal,
disposal,
yeah.
and you can of course learn it
Privilege,
better, and you're privileged. So
correct.
how can you not make it?
Correct. So obviously I think that was my biggest thing. From the minute I knew that the critics I think watched the film a day before, and I knew that they watched the film a day before. So the whole night I was waiting that kal subah likhenge. I was on my phone throughout. I didn't leave my phone for a second. I was reading every single thing I have read, every single review. I didn't
And
leave.
of course they have loved
Yeah,
you.
that's what.
I asked you this because when recently Nadania came and all this noise around it, I just also felt somewhere that it went a little too much. I mean, like everyone was just being ripped apart for everything, and it becomes so intense. How you young kids react and cope to such things? I mean, it does become intense no matter what.
It
And become very
definitely gets
personal also.
intense, but I don't think the fate of a film is in the hands of an actor. I think there are a lot of factors
There are.
that contribute to a film. I think it's a very collaborative thing, and it's a lot of people coming together making a film. So I don't think the fate of a film just solely lies in an actor's hand.
And one film I don't think can decide how good or bad you are. It's a constant work in progress.
Yeah, definitely.
So we think we have this congratulations in order for Sikandar because somebody's second film just opened to great numbers.
Yeah.
But again, they were this time a little heavy on criticism.
Correct.
People said things. Everyone will say things because I think we all are entitled to opinion and people give opinions.
Correct.
But does this time, because you were in the line of questioning, does it get a little hurtful that if somebody says a thing or two which you're like, dude, but
Of course it gets hurtful. I think you know, when someone says something which is not the best thing about you, of course it's going to hurt. Of course you think about it and you feel something.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
admitting it that yes, it
Yeah,
does
of
hurt
course,
whatever
of course
people
it
write
hurts.
about you.
It's
Because
like,
some people
कोई
literally,
किसी को भी बोल दे आपको तो बुरा तो लगेगा ही.
because there are some people who get so immune, they're like, we don't read it only, we brush it under the carpet, हमें जानना ही नहीं
No,
है.
I'm not there.
You want to.
I'm not there at all. I feel everything. I get upset. All of that happens. Having said that, like I said earlier, the fate of a film is not in just an actor's hand. And having said that, when it comes to Sikandar, it's just my second film, and I'm so grateful that I got the
Salman.
chance to work with Salman sir, with Murgadoz sir, who's such a fantastic director. So I just feel very grateful that I got to be a part of such a film.
I think there is a fun connection when it comes to Salman, because Salman, David Dhawan in itself is
It's
one of the
a
most winning
great combo,
combos
yeah.
ever. And then I think everyone often teases Varun that you give us a young Salman ka jhalak. So I think it was like written in the stars.
Yeah, it's a full circle.
It was a full circle.
Yeah.
I think you worked with Salman before even Varun. No, Varun did, at least.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
same year.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
same year. Both of us worked with him for the first time.
And oh, this is nice. You can now flaunt it like, listen, it was just the same time. I just got in my second film. Just like that. But how's he to work with? I mean, somebody, I hope, I wonder you must have seen earlier in the years as well, because
Right.
he has been such an integral part of Dhawan films and
Right.
household. How's it to be with Salman Khan, the actor, on sets?
I think the aura he brings on set is something else. When Salman sir's on set, you know he's on set. Like, you will feel
Like-
that he's on set.
Like,
yeah.
is there a certain thing he like put an order or
No,
something?
he doesn't do anything.
Okay.
It's just his vibe. It's just that when Salman sir enters, you will want to stand up. By default.
It's like this headmaster wala feeling aa jata hai.
But, and you know, he does nothing. He's very sweet. He's very chill.
I agree now.
He's very warm. But आप खुद ही उठ जाओगे.
Like
You
a
know,
certain-
it's just his aura. He just has that a superstar aura that, and he like owns any room he's in.
So, did you manage to do any particular scene rehearsal or anything? Your first interaction with him, what was it on the first day of sets? Because I'm seeing it from a lens of somebody who's starting in film and somebody
Right.
who has done
Right.
almost all the genres. How
Yeah.
was it for this to this? How was interaction like?
I think the first time I met him, like as like
An
I'm-
actor.
Yeah, as an actor was when on my first day of shoot actually.
Okay.
We were not shooting together, but I think we were on location at the same time. And my director Murgadoz took me to meet him, and he said, "You know, this is Anjani. She's playing Nisha."
Hmm.
And I was like shaking from inside. I was like, "Hello." He's
Nisha,
like,
what a
"Yeah," and he's like,
connection,
"Of course I know her. You're Sonu's daughter." And I was like, "You know me? You know me?"
Oh,
Yeah, done there. I was done there. I was very excited.
but that must be like, that's also, however cute it may sound, that's such an added responsibility that somebody knows you.
Yeah.
And they
I didn't think of anything else. I was just like, he knows me.
And you also had the Nisha ka name connection. I to always say Salman with the Nisha and the Pooja name connection. So suddenly you've got your moment. You're like, मेरा भी हो गया अभी मैं ये चलेगा मुझे
Yeah.
ये ठीक है. But कभी ऐसे डांट वांट पड़ी है सिकंदर के सेट्स पे, because it was a big ticket film and so many people out there, so many seasoned actors. So
डांट नहीं पड़ी.
नहीं पड़ी.
नहीं, thank God. Good. नहीं
Good.
पड़ी. नहीं पड़ी.
तो अभी नेक्स्ट क्या शूट कर रहे हो?
अभी शूट नहीं, अभी कुछ I mean स्टार्ट होगा
होगा.
hopefully soon, and उसके बारे में मैं आपको
नहीं
absolutely
बस-
कुछ नहीं बता सकती.
मैंने सुना बिन्नी का पार्ट 2 भी है हमारे लिए, क्योंकि
That
वो-
I actually don't know about.
Yeah, that's something, and that's actually something which fans have also bought up. That's
Yeah.
why,
Huh.
because I was reading so many comments, and then there were speculations, and again,
Yeah.
nobody has an idea. They're
Yeah,
saying
even
that,
I don't. I
that
honestly
it
don't.
might
but I'll-
happen, but
yeah.
that would be such a great way
Yeah,
to take
that'll
it
be
forward.
sweet. Yeah, yeah. I can think of like some 300 story ideas of what it could be.
Yeah.
But I genuinely have nothing that I know of yet.
So tell me, who's the actor you're eyeing to work with? I'll make it easy. Who you want to romance with? First up, we'll start with that.
Okay.
Let's do some hypothetical fun things here.
Hypothetical. I want to work with everyone. Yeah.
Listen, you will not give me that, Anjani.
I
Give me
want to
one
work.
name.
It's my second film. I want to work with everyone.
Achha,
but,
chalo, I'm giving you easy now. Okay, romantic film with fill in the blank. Romantic film.
Thinking. Maybe
have-
Karthik.
You look good. You look good together. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Karthik.
Yeah. I think you'll also look good with Avedang
Who?
or a Nishan. Yeah.
Yeah.
You look good with them.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, something comedy space if you have to explore.
Comedies with Varun Bhaiya.
Mad Family.
Yeah.
I think we should give a petition to David Dhawan that please it's all in the family. अब तो बना लो, अब तो मतलब
Yeah.
कर ही लो.
Yeah, him or maybe something with Rajkumar Rao.
Wow.
He's very funny. I think.
Is
he's
there
very
an
funny.
actress in mind who you think could be a great comic partner to you? Like a partner film, if has to be done, say, we have two girls in partner version. You wanted to do that. Who would
Yeah,
be the second one?
I'm thinking who? Something. Sarah for sure. She's hilarious. Sarah for sure. She's hilarious. I don't know why it took so long to think. Also, she's very funny.
Oh, that is a nice
Yeah.
one. Okay, action space. Who would you like to kick some ass with?
Action space. Tiger. He's very good at it.
भाई उसका तो एक्शन मैच करना भी
He
अपने आप में
owns the
would be.
screen with. But I've started my training in gymnastics. I really enjoy watching. I used to really enjoy watching gymnastics. I mean, action films. So I was
Action.
like, ये तो learn करना चाहिए.
ये मजा आएगा देखने में. Like two of you, like
Yeah. Or
एकदम.
even Ibrahim for that matter. I think an action film with Ibrahim.
actually yeah, he would look good in action. I
Yeah.
think yeah.
Yeah.
He's just that again. He's just in one film, so we don't. आप imagine
Yeah,
नहीं कर सकते ना
yeah.
kind of space. Okay, a celebrity crush you had since like childhood.
I think Ranbir Kapoor.
You met him anytime like
No, I've never formally met him.
RK? What's happening? Like hello? Kids are here like literally saying that we have a crush on you. When? Wow.
Yeah, no, I haven't met him.
Is there a female actress who really inspires you in today's generation, whose work you think that, I'm not saying of course you can copy it or emulate, but something to look up to, like a graph which is like something to aim at?
I think Alia and Deepika, both of them. They're two actresses I've really looked up to since I was very young. I've always looked up to both of them.
And I think the two have such a beautiful trajectory, like
So good, so good. Yeah.
one who was not from fraternity
Yeah.
and one who despite having a name literally broke every norm attached
Everything.
to it.
She's so good. I think no.
Is there a film of either of the two which is very close to you? I know the Humpty series we have spoken about.
Yeah.
But any role of theirs which you really think, if maybe a decade down, you could be, you know, you are that experience and you would like to do? Is there something?
I think Highway is a film I'd loved of Alia's. Gangubai, although I don't think anyone should even attempt or even touch it. I think she's done it so well.
And irony is, I remember when Gangubai was coming, nobody was sure about it. They were like, oh, how'll she look like? How'll she do? And bang, the film
Yeah,
opens
because
and-
she has such an innocent,
It's such a
sweet
cute-
face. But what she
What a
did on screen was magical.
magic.
Yeah.
Anjani, lastly, for anyone who would be watching this chat, and I hope it reaches people, we were discussing earlier when the cameras were not rolling, it's very easy for everyone to think you're a film kid. Everything comes easy, this that, but you people have also seen everything up close, personal also, be it success, be it failures. What's a lesson which whatever life you have seen up until now with parents in the workspace has taught you?
I think to not take yourself too seriously. I think work is a very important aspect of your life, but the minute you let it consume you 100%, that's where I feel like it becomes a bit much for you, because I think you need to have a balance of everything: your family, your friends, your going out, your work, your fitness, your mental health, your everything. Life is a balance, no?
Yep.
But जैसे you become too crazy
Obsessed.
about one thing, कि ये, then I think your other aspects go a little haywire. So I think not to take yourself too seriously and just have like a balance of everything in life.
So I can sum it that, God forbid, if you don't see the kind of success maybe which you're aiming, I see a very sensible young lady out here.
बातें करना easy है, करना मुश्किल.
मैं
I'd be
पूछ रही
crying
हूँ.
in one corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That which is great. As we spoke, emotions have to be let out.
Yeah.
But then, is this girl also okay with the fact to do maybe a plan B, plan C? Because some people are just so consumed by the passion of this acting, it can be really
Correct.
difficult. How
Correct.
you see it?
I think I'm someone, I don't give up easily. I think it takes a lot for me to give up. I think no matter what, touch wood, kuch kharab na ho.
Yeah.
But no matter what happens, I feel like I have it in me to keep going.
And
I would like to believe I have it in me to
And
keep
I think that is the biggest, that's a very winner-like quality, that nothing is going to be easy and nothing is going to
Nothing
come
is,
easy.
and not even just as any other career or profession. Also,
Anywhere.
picked. It's
Because
difficult.
even if
only,
you
it's
will
not
go to
easy.
plan B or plan C,
It's
it
going to
might
be
the
tough
same
only. It's
circle.
not easy. Yeah.
So might as well just fall in love with the films and make the most of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm hoping that next time when I sit with you, we are doing it for this film before which you can't
Done,
talk to me
done,
about.
Done. Yeah.
Then I can take out some more juicy secrets
Done.
from here. But thank you. This was such
Thank
a
you.
cute chat.
Thank you so much.
No, I had this option that I was being told that okay, we can do something lifestyle, something. I'm like, I want to talk to her. Like I don't know her, and it's always fascinating to start talking to. I think any young actor
Yeah.
when they have just begun, because then you see their growth, and there
Yeah.
are so many of us we have seen like first interviews of ours with Alia's, and
Yeah.
I remember Janvi literally
Yeah.
all these, and now when we meet them, it's such a beautiful growth. You see them
Yeah.
blossoming into the people they become. It's fascinating, and it's lovely then to have that kind of conversation
Yeah.
over and over, evolved one.
I don't want to go back 5-10 years down the line and be like, oh shit, what did I say in that interview?
But trust me, this is fun because this is you now.
Yeah.
And as I said, 10 years later, you might be one of the leading stars. I might not be getting an interview easily. I'll be like, Anjani, please remember I did an interview with you a decade back in your home. Can you kindly accommodate?
Got it. And keep it in mind.
I'll give it in mind. But thank you so much. Wishing
Thank
you
you.
all the love, all the luck. And I hope this flying here comes soon. I'll be waiting for it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Anjani Dhawan and you're watching me on Bollywood Bubble.